I've spent $49,275 worth of Frost Stars in Whiteout Survival in 192 days. We're on the second day of State of Power. This is what things are looking like so far. This is just after the reset. I'm excited today because I've been waiting so long. I've been spending a lot, prepping for, this day basically, because I haven't been doing any upgrades for almost a whole month, basically outside of just small events. And I even skipped the first day of prep because I wanted to wait for Valeria, and now is that day. So I can finally start doing my real push towards prep and see how things go. So let's just take a little account snapshot. Actually, before I do the account snapshot, let me tell you something that happened after recording yesterday. So I went into the Tundra albums, and I noticed that I actually had a decent place in neighboring states. So I went and I bought, let's see if I can show it here. Can I show it here? Not there. I guess I can't show it until that's empty, and I don't want to empty it. But I bought I bought some more of those treasure trove packs, and look at this, 1635 out of 1635. I unlocked everything, so I've got everything unlocked now, including that last golden chest. I don't know if we're gonna get more here or not, but I've got everything done. So I think we must get more because But I noticed the neighboring states. I was like in first place, and then I slipped first place. So I was like, oh, let me just try to secure first place, but they don't update it. And look what happened. Look what happened. I lost. They got there first, and I didn't, and therefore they permanently get that seat. So, but if we look at all states, the number goes up. So I know that we're going to get more puzzles in there. So maybe I'll have another chance. There's my friend Torxim. Maybe I'll get a chance to kind of rank again in our neighboring states, but it's going to be a little while. What's the next one down? I think it goes in, well, I don't know, probably not going to be able to find it. So it goes in phases as we'll get more puzzle pieces, but I missed it by just a little bit. The daily refresh is at 10 UTC, and I must have missed it by who knows how long, but that's what I did. And actually, I actually believe it was worth it because I got a lot. I didn't realize how much stuff I got. Like, aside from, I mean, these little chests are like little chests. It's not a lot, but it is something. But if you look at some of the ones, I can't remember exactly which ones I unlocked. I think it was one, see if I can find it quickly, because one of them was, yeah, look at this, 50 Lucky Hero Gear chests and 40 General Mythic. And then along with that, you get resource gathering speed. But all of these had like these bonuses where like troops attack up, 30 of 8 hours of troops training, 100 of the 100 enhancement. Like, these all had pretty good benefits. So at the end of the day, like, you can grind it out, yes, but we're about to go into an SvS. I wanted to try to see if I can secure that first spot in the leaderboard, and I didn't, but I think it was kind of worth the spend personally. So I just wanted to give a little update on the Tundra album. Let's do a little bit of exploration first before we get into the rest. We look at the event calendar. We got Vault of Enigma going on. We got Lucky Wheel today. We've got, oh man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a Frostfire. I love doing them, but it just never works out for my schedule. So I'll see if I can manage to get one in. And of course, we have the SvS Castle Battle coming up this weekend. And then we have Lucky Wheel here. I want to kind of do that separately because you get SvS points for that. I'll explain that, what I'm doing. And yeah, that's all I need to explain here for now. So that's the event section. Let's take a look at the, and then the deal section. I just want to show this quickly. Somebody said, hey, Vault of Enigma only costs $25. And I can see how you might be drawn to that conclusion because you see that it's $5 and you see that it's 5 days and you think to yourself, oh, it's going to be $25 for me to do the whole puzzle, to do the whole event. And that's not true. What happens is on day 4 and 5, this number becomes $10. So it's going to be 5, 5, 5, so that'll be 15. And then it's going to be 10 and 10, so that's 20. So a grand total of Vault of Enigma is actually $35. If you didn't know that, now you know. Let me just grab that quick. There is still a debate to be had about whether I want to grab the sigils just because they are the more scarce item, but I'm sticking with value until I have a need to do otherwise. Hall of Heroes, I'm not going to do anything more with here, other than I will continue to buy this, like I said. And I think this is the last day I'm going to do it, just because I don't want to keep on. I'm going to have like all the shards I need after tonight, because today is a shards day for SvS. So I got a bunch of those accumulated from this, and after that, I don't really have a need to buy them anymore. I don't technically have a need to buy them right now, but as I explained in one of the comment replies, the only reason I'm doing it right now is because every now and then I'll buy those little $5 opportunities because it is decent for the VIP spend. And Globe is not, unlike some of the other ones, Globe is not entirely cosmetic. It does have some significant stats aside from the fact that everybody around you gets to share those stats. It has some nice perks to it, and it's just going to take some time though. It's like Globe's going to come when it comes, but it is also true that the more of the $5 and $10 packs you end up buying and the less of the $100 packs you end up buying, then ultimately the cheaper Globe had cost you. So that's the reason I do that every now and then. Not wildly, but just kind of where it makes sense to me, I'll do them every now and then. All right, that's the deal section. Let's get into the main Dawn of Wisdom because I really want to get into the SvS stuff. So I will explain what I'm doing with SvS shortly, but essentially, I guess I'll explain it now. I'm going to be pressing Valeria, and I'm going to be doing skill 1 first because that'll give me the most amount of SvS bonus points. However, what I really want from Valeria is skill 4. So I'll save a bunch of that conversation for later, but what I want you to understand now is that what I really need, I did this trek analysis of how much it would, if there was a value to getting the Frontier supply treks instead. And my analysis was no, it's far better value to get what you need, and it doesn't waste a lot of your time. Right now, what I need is books. I need books. You know, you get some books and sigils here, but if you need books and speed ups, and this is what I need right now, then this is the pack you want to buy. So that's what I'm going to buy. And for the push I want to do tonight, I'm going to need a lot of them. And I'll explain why later when I get into explaining what I'm doing with Valeria. So when you buy this out, it turns out to be roughly 29,000 or so books. I think it's a little bit more than 29,000, just barely. I wish I can buy more, but they won't let me buy more. So that's all I can do there. Custom pet chest I'm waiting on. We got pets later in the week. I am going to buy the stamina pack tonight, even though I don't really need to buy it tonight. We do have the Beast event going on, but I really want this for Beast Day, essentially. So I'll buy that. And I will still buy, I don't need to worry about the enhancement gear right now. I will still buy the daily deals. Again, the reason I do it is not just really for the mythic pieces. It's a good VIP value. You get fire crystals from it as well, and you get mystery tokens from it. I mean, you know, even if I just end up trading in all the mythic, I still think it's kind of worth it. Here we go. Only 5. And every now and then you get lucky on that, so. And we'll just claim these. All right. All right, so that's really the only spending opportunity I have tonight for all that. So I think we're done with the spending. So let's get into let's take a look at state of power points right now. So where are my points? So as you can see, my points are 0 right now, and we're gonna go and fix that. So what we can do tonight is, I don't have anything to do with fire crystals or most of the speed ups. We can do research. Research buff was popped for the state, but I have an appointment coming up later tonight, so I'm probably not going to do, I'll just talk you through what I plan on doing, but I'm not going to do much in terms of research tonight. I really have a dilemma there because there is some research I want to do from the basic research tree that some people were telling me I really should consider doing, like for example, the economy stuff, because resources are going to become so expensive. I'm going to have to spend on research stuff anyways. I'll get into that when I look at the research tree and tell you what I'm thinking. And I'm going to have to make a decision later tonight. But essentially what today is more about is experts. So you can see the expert skill speeds. If we kind of scroll around to the bottom, you got the sigils and the books of knowledge. So this makes this like an expert day. So you can do expert, and then we're of course going to do the lucky wheel, and then we got shards, and we got resource gathering out as well. And that's one of the reasons I want to get around to doing Valeria ASAP, because I have some of those resource gathering out, and I would really like to get extra points on them before they come back. So let's take a look at what we're doing with Valeria, and I'll explain to you my strategy, what I came up with, and why. So we get into Valeria. All right. There's a couple things we need to study about Valeria first. And I've been studying Valeria a lot of the day today. I actually, for those of you who follow the personal side of my story, I watched my grandson the vast majority of this week. I'm exhausted. I didn't get a lot of other work I wanted to get done, but I took today as kind of like a recovery day from that to try to just reset myself and get some other miscellaneous stuff done. but I did spend some time studying Valeria today. So here's the thing. If you look at some of the battle stats aspects of this, these stats are not multiplicative. They are additive. So if you look at my stats, they're like in that rally, they were like 1,000 something. So it's not like it's going to add an extra 10% to that. It's going to add 12%, whatever the number is. It's going to add 2% to that in this case. It's just, that's a very small add. So this isn't the best. It's not like I'll take the extra stats if I can get them, but I can get these stats from pets, right? Like my pet push alone will get these stats. So is it worth the amount of money you have to spend to level her up drastically? That's not where I'm going to focus my spend tonight. So I'm going to do what I need to do. Where the magic really is here, there's two things I'm going to take a look at. The one is the well prepared, because this gives us the extra SvS points up to 20%, right? 20% point boost. That's significant for SvS points, plus a bonus tier. And as you go up the tier, you get more bonuses on that bonus tier. So better rewards on that bonus tier. So including being able to get sigils, right? So, and sigils are kind of hard to get other places. So that's one thing. The other thing, and if we look through the other ones, these Radiant Honor, all right, yeah, this is good for extra items. But again, the criticism of Valeria is her skills and benefits only help you once a month. And that is true. She basically only helps you during SvS, and that's it. So, I want to be careful how much I spend, but I do want to make sure I've built out my account to be able to help with Castle, with SvS specifically. That was a big focus of mine. So I do, to me, she is important for different reasons. Now, if we look at the Battle Concerto, again, I'll take the extra stats if I can get them, but these are additive stats, so it's not going to multiply your stats or anything. So do I want to spend a whole bunch of, money and resources on this? Not really, not if I don't have to. I'll get it when I can, organically over time. But here's where the interesting one is. And just like Romulus has stats that increase your, army size and rally capacity, this one, Crushing Force, those are actually some nice rally capacity. So between Romulus and Valeria here, you can get a nice bump to your rally capacity. That can definitely, change the tide of battle essentially. So, so this is what I'm most interested in tonight. I want to get this one as high as I can. I ran through a bunch of calculators. I don't know if I trust them all. So I'm going to go through a strategy that is basically opportunistic as best as I can. And I'm going to start with, I want to get this one unlocked first. So the way we're going to unlock this is we have to do relationship advancement first anyways. All right, now before I do anything else with relationship advancement there, I need to, wait a minute. Okay. So before I do anything more with relationship advancement, I need to go to the well prepared here. Maybe I did 2 because I had too many points. Is that what happened? Probably. It wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me select the skill. So I feel like I did something wrong, but it wouldn't let me anyway. So I don't know that I had a choice there. Anyways, I got points for it, but I was trying to max this out so I get all the points doing this first. So the first thing we have to do is I want to try to get this skill maxed out. And that means it's going to just take a lot of speeds essentially. So let's get through this first. And then speed this up. And then we'll upgrade this skill. Because every time I update this skill, all the points I'm getting are also being upgraded further and further, right? Now I'm getting more and more points. So this is my primary focus, is this skill first. And then we need relationship, so acquaintance 3. All right. So now we'll gift her up. And get acquaintance 3. And then come back here and upgrade the skill again. Upgrade it again. And upgrade it again. Now I need casual 2. So we'll get her gifted up. All right. And we're at casual 1, so we still can't do that anymore. So now I'm going to gift her up. Oh, this is where we might run in. So I think I had enough to get to... I think I know I had enough to get to 40. I don't know if I had enough to get to 50. We may get blocked on this now. Let's see what happens. This is what I mean. I didn't really fully trust all the calculators. All right, advance. All right, now that's unblocked again. And I may not be able to max this out tonight. Let's see what happens. Oh, because now I'm going to need close 1. And that means I need to get to 60. Oh, man. So I know I don't have enough to go to 60. Because that's going to take a bunch more experience. And I just don't have any affinity. I don't have any place else to get the affinity right now. So I do have a bunch of affinity, but like the most I can get to is 54 there. So I won't be able to get to 60. So that's as far as I can go on that particular skill tonight. And you know, I'll have to go as far as I can go next time when I get some more affinity. So that's what I'm going to be blocked on there. But not much I can do about that one. So I might as well not do anything more with her level there. And I'll just focus on trying to get this skill as far as I can get it now. So, and now we're eating into regular speed ups. And I'm just going to have to replace them over time, like I was doing before, because this is an important skill. And this is the primary skill I wanted to get leveled up. And there's going to come a point where I can't do this skill anymore because it's going to require additional other skills to be leveled up. Yeah, so now I need to be at 24. And this means I would have to start upgrading the others. So we'll take care of this one because it's cheaper. Let's see how far we can get here. $22. Need to go 2 more. I guess the reason I wanted this one is because as you get up to 10, you'll get more and more benefits. But it is getting more expensive to do. So maybe the right thing to do here would be just do this guy up 2 more. And then now I can do this one again. Man, that's an expensive skill. But this was my primary goal, is to get this skill as far as I can. That was my entire goal tonight. All right. Burning through some speed ups. We'll replace them later. All right, now I'm out of books. So that's as far as I can go in this session, unless I can manage to pick up some more books, but I don't have any place to get them. Where do you get books? You know, I can buy more packs. I could do that from the regular shop. Or I can, you know, just keep on going on treks. Alliance Championship is all gone already. Endless Wayfarer just takes some more treks as well. So, but that's 2,000 more books I would need. And let's see what we're looking at. The difference between 8 and 9 is, well, you know what? Let's see what it looks like. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. The speeds I'm burning are more painful than the cost there. All right. And there we go. So now we got that up to 9, and that's pretty good. You know, I'm well on my way on this one. That's between that and Romulus, it's almost like an entire extra squad in the rally. So hopefully that will help quite a bit. It wasn't cheap, but hopefully that will help. And that's where we're at with the rest. I mean, now we're going to have to, like, you know, we're getting to the point where we need additional, you know, relationship stuff to go up. And, oh yeah, this one needs expert relationship anyway. So that's going to take, what was that? Let me see. That one was casual 3 and this one's close 1. So if we, oh, went too far back. Close, casual 3 comes next and close 1 comes after it. So you need to be 60, 70. Close 1 would be 70. Casual 3 would be 60. So that actually takes 70 to get to. And this takes 60 to get to. So I think I stopped at the right spot, basically, because the main thing I wanted to do is get this one up, and by clearing the blocker for the 24, that allowed me to get this one up quite a bit more. All right, that's, to me, those stats right there, that's worth better than the other stats, because that'll be, you know, bigger army basically to fight for castle. But these, you know, is it worth it? She's only useful once a month, so it's debatable. Let's see, just based on that push alone, because I do have some more stuff to do. I want to take a look at the rest of the experts as well. Let's take a look at what that did to... Oh, forgot about that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll certainly buy that. Now, oh, man. All right. One step at a time. So now we go, somebody in the community warned me about that as well. Said, don't forget about that pop-up pack. All right. But I don't know that I want to use it on Valeria, really, because my whole goal was skill 4, and I'm at a nice kind of sweet spot right there. Like, basically, I'm at a sweet spot where anything more is going to start requiring progressively more expensive upgrades. So, and there's other things I can get from. All right. And this is nice because now we get these bonus tokens, and look at these bonus chests here. No sigils in them yet, but these will add up over time. But again, her benefit's only once a month. So my skill, my points so far are 10 million. See where that puts me so far. All right, not too bad. But I'm not nearly done. So, and now let's go take a look at, so we're at about 10.6 million. Let's take a look at what decisions we have to make here. Like, if I wanted to at this point, could I get her 260? Can, I think. Yeah, between that and the other one, I can get her to 60. And I have the sigils to do it. But the only reason I'd be doing it is for what? To be able to unlock this skill, because this one requires 70, right? That skill would require close 1, which is 70. So it would be to unlock this skill. If all I really want to do is upgrade this some more, and look, I've already got enough skill books to do it. Might as well go ahead and do that. This was my whole goal here. I mean, there is some stuff I need to do with the other experts, but they can wait. They can wait till later. And we'll upgrade that one more time. So that's where we're sitting at now. An extra 75,000 rally capacity. All right. I like that. I like that progress. Now, For those of you out there who are watching me and criticizing, like, oh, you shouldn't have put so much into Valeria because it's only once a month. No, this is what I'm building my account now for, is for SvS. It's one of the things I want to do for the team. Now look, to me, this is the perfect sweet spot right now. I've pretty much maxed out what I can do in one session within a reasonable budget and at what I have access to at the time. So I've got, this is now blocked on affinity relationship. This is blocked on affinity. This is now blocked on other levels. So it's going to take some more time to upgrade the rest of these. And, now I'm kind of maxed out with what I can do for this tier anyways. So I'm happy with that progress. And I'll continue to work on her over time. But let's take a look before I go back. I'm just going to take a look at points again. All right, now we're at 11.8. We're 11.8. We haven't really started the rest of the push yet, but we're at 11.8 million, and we're just getting started. So let's come back in here and see if there's anything else I can do. I think there might be some other stuff I can do that was kind of waiting now. I don't have much to do with Romulus because, well, no skills right now. I'm out of skill books, right? So nothing's happening on skills. The only thing I can check out is, can I push anybody's affinity any further? Yeah, I was waiting for relationship advancement here, so I might as well, well, I don't know. Now I got to decide which one I want to do. So if I've got to use general, then I got to make a decision there. There is something here though. On the research tab, I have 18 of these serial sigils, so I might as well use them organically when I get them. I'm not going to use any more because I don't want to use the generals, but if I get her sigils, might as well. It's a tiny little bump, but might as well use them. Fabian, I can do this relationship amendment. Now this isn't going to use any generals, it's going to use his, so I might as well just at least advance him. And now I don't have to gift him, but I can at least do that advancement. Use the sigils. And then the same thing here. I can advance him. He's super cheap to gift, so let's come back around to that. Maybe I will do a little something there if I have enough to gift. And who else? Agnes, same thing here. Like, she's kind of super cheap, and they're kind of useful. So let's see, who do I need next? So he will be useful for Alliance Shop stuff. That's his main, because I'm not going to be able to do the skills. We already established that. But we can, as his level goes up, he unlocks more skills. That's number one. And as his level goes up, you get the price drop. So if I can get him up to 6 even, that gives a bigger price drop and a reward boost. And that's just for the general Alliance Shop. So I use this like every single day, pretty much. Then you can argue that Agnes is in a similar situation, like as far as resources and stuff. You get, more of the resources from gathering, and it is a gathering day now. But I got this almost maxed already. I just need to go to 11 to get that extra daily cap. It's probably cheaper though at this point to bring Balder up.
Strategy extends far beyond the battlefield.
Let's get him up because it's cheaper. All right, and then advance. Because essentially I want to be able to use some of these sigils on Sigil Day, on Expert Day, to get points for him. Because I'm not going to be doing it outside of prep, other than for basic points. All right. And I'll advance him again. He's, like, I mean, that's pretty cheap compared to others. And you get some, good rewards from it. There we go. And now, if I remember, this is the point at level 6. Oh no, at level 6. Well, the previous level is where you would have been at the 10%, and now it's going to be 10% all the way up to 11. So at least I got the 10% now. The reward boost will just continue to scale. And the question now is,
enjoy the wondrous symphony of cannon.
I guess this is for Foundry. Yeah, Foundry and Tundra Arms League. So he's useful for Foundry as well. I guess I'll bring him up a little bit as well, just because it's cheap. And now I don't know if I want to do that relationship advancement yet.
Strategy extends.
What I do want to take a look at is,
Arcadia will rise again.
yeah, is about maxing Agnes out because she is cheap as well. So now we're at a point where it's going to cost
Strategy extends far beyond
almost the same. Like, so now Agnes is cheaper because it's going to cost as much to get Baldur up as it is Agnes, and Agnes will give more, I think, more benefits over time because it's not just tied to the alliance. So let's get her up the rest of the way. All right. And now we're not going to touch that until we get some from her organically. But again, no books that we have to do. So we can't do any skills advancements, but just advancing her alone meant I now have a daily cap of 30 of those chests and I get 5. So that'll add up over time. Those secret chests add up. This is what you get in them. A chance of all these things. You know, so it ends up being pretty good haul at the end of the day. So she's kind of worth it. All right, so that's Agnes. Let's see. And, you know, Holger is really important for Arena, but I think probably the better play for me right now is just to focus on the cheaper ones because they will give other types of benefits. Oh, I'm probably running out now. Let's see if how far I can get him. I might be able to... No, I'm not going to be able to get him to 70. But I think this is the right thing to do, is to focus on Baldur, because this will pay more rewards. Yeah, and so that's it. Well, I could do that. Oops, I did it. And at least get him to 70. And why do that? Just so I can do one last... my mentality here is like one last push, because I won't be able to do these outside of prep. So I'm not going to do these again outside of prep. So and I think at this point I'll leave it there, because I don't have really any benefit from gifting him, and then I'll have more choices that I can make later. So now he's at, you know, a little bit higher reward boost level, and he's still at 10% price drop, but he's, you know, well on his way. And the skills, when I'm ready to do more skills, they're unlocked and ready to go. And yeah, so even though I can't put them up that much right now, maybe I'll be able to have some books during an event or something like that. So I'm happy with that work on the experts. That's kind of about how I expected it to go. All right. Yes, please. Let's see. So that's... Now I have to see, do I have...
Strategy extends far beyond the battlefield.
Do I have enough to... 22,000? Probably not. Yeah. I'll just leave that. I'll leave it where it is, because we'll always need to do stuff outside of prep. You know, just for little points rewards here and there. All right. So now let's take a look at what things are looking like in points before I do the rest of my work. So here we are at 13.5. So we're at 13.5 mil now. And we still have to do Lucky Wheel. So let's see. I told you about Tundra Album. I did Valeria to skill 1. I worked on her skill 4. Did the other experts last. The next thing I have to do is basically Lucky Wheel and Shards. So here's the thing. With Lucky Wheel, I'm going to, you know, I'm going to do Lucky Wheel with my gems as more than what I should, essentially. If you only do 120, you unlock all the basic rewards. So if you're a low spend or a free spend player, you know, having enough to do up to the 120 helps you, because you'll be able to unlock all those shards and all that value. I'm going to do it max amount of times because I'm playing as a whale. I have the gems, and I'm trying to get SvS points basically. So I don't know what's going to happen in the rest of the event. I don't know. I'm going to take the points when I can get them basically. And this is a cheap way to get points. And I'm also going to, after I unlock Lynn, I'm going to max her out tonight. And that means when I play the Lucky Wheel tomorrow, it's going to be super wasteful. But it's not entirely wasteful. I'm getting points for SvS number 1. And let's see. I'm getting points for SvS number 1, and number 2, I'll be able to trade them back in. So, you know, it's all relative. And there's other things of value on this board as well, aside from the shards. So here, this is actually a pretty good run. Look at that. That's 10, 11, 12 on that one wheel spin. 12. That's nice. That's a nice hit right there. Don't show this again. Do the gems. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Okay. Not great. 1, 2, not great, but I don't care because, again, we're going to get, it's really, at this point, I'd almost rather have the other things because I'm only going to end up trading in shards anyways. All right, 5, 6, 7 shards on that one. 10, 11, nice. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. Oh, there you go. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's nice. 5, 6, 7, 8. Not too bad. And here we go. I've got all the up to the 120, so now I can unlock these. Look at that, 115 shards and all these exploration and expedition manuals. And after that, these are just for points, basically. I will get some more shards, I will get some other stuff, but I'm basically doing this for points. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No, 10. And I can do one more of these. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. That's Lucky Wheel. And let's see what the points are looking like after Lucky Wheel. All right. 14.9 mil. So we're sitting at 14.9 mil. Now I forfeited yesterday basically, so I'm curious. Yeah, I still got a lot of work to do for the total points, but I still got a lot of game ahead of me for the rest of the event as well. And anything that I'm spending now is actually getting those bonuses from Valeria as well. So that's nice also. Does it show? Yeah, it shows here. So I'm getting an 18% bonus from the point gains. So that's almost max. It's pretty close. All right. So the last thing we have to do there is actually get some heroes.
Or tunes that matter. Shots clatter.
Shards
or
done.
Tunes that matter.
And let's see what that looks like. So here we go. All right. Now I just want to see, just from doing 1 star, that's a pretty low level star. Oh, I shouldn't have exited. I shouldn't have exited because if I did more, I would have got a better deal. I think. Yeah, I think if I did more, I would have got a better deal. Oh, I forgot to make sure somebody's training. Let's see. What do I want to train?
The fires of war may fade.
I got some good training on that one. Sorry for the diversion, but I need to make sure that I get the training in the queue. All right. So, where was I? I wanted to see how many points I got just from that. So not a whole lot, but again, this is where we're at. We can do shards now. Aside from Lucky Wheel, we can do our shards now. And by the way, we have some gathering coming out, and I'll get points for that when they come back as well. Not to mention the research I have to do later today when I get the president seat. So let's come back into the heroes. Let's get back into, let's see, I was doing Lynn.
Clatter or
So
tunes that matter.
I should do it. Am I out of... No, I'm not out of shards yet, so I'll have to do it this way. Here we go. Now... Alright. And then final level. There we go. So that's Lynn shards maxed. I don't think I'm going to use the XP on Lynn. I'm going to just put her in the camp. I'll have to rotate that out. So I'm going to rotate out... where's Eugene, maybe? Oh, he's deployed right now. I'll rotate out Eugene later to give her that level. Let's take a look at what points look like. All right. So now I'm at 18 mil. 18.7 mil. And now we can go to... we'll do... Reina next.
Gone without a face.
There we go. And now bring her up. 3-star. Nice. And bring her up to 4-star. Just as easy as that. For all you free-to-play out there who can't be doing this, and it's just been, actually, from the last generation heroes, right? Been saving up these mythics from the VIP, from the daily bundle. Like, that's why I have so many, and that's why I can do this. And you gotta love those stats, you know? This is something, not everybody should be maxing all the heroes, but as a whale of the state, I really have to do this, or else, you know, we'll be behind other folks, so. All right, let's see. Now we're at 22.6, and things are looking a little better for the overall. 22.8. Oh yeah, the first day. All right, so that's looking a little better overall there. And now we'll take care of Amos. Is that how you pronounce it? Amos?
Divine punishment profound.
And there we go. Level 2. 2-star. 3-star. All right. 4-star. And I still got plenty of shards left over. And 5-star. All right. There we go. 5-star. So let's take a look at what the points look like. Now we're at 26.4. Whoops, wrong one. 26.4, and overall I'm looking at 26.6. All right, not bad, I'll take it. We still have some gathering to do, and we still have some research to do. So, is there anything more I can do today? So we've got speed ups for research, maybe. I gotta go take a look at that. I'll show you that in a minute. We got Lucky Wheel, we got all the shards, and gathering, and we've already done all our expert stuff. There is one more thing to take a look at with the heroes. I don't know if I have any others. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can... I might be able to do just a little bit on one of these other guys. Yeah, I think I can here. So I'll just put a couple... $2.99. Yeah, I don't have that much. All right, can at least get that one more leaf up, and I don't think I can do any more. Let's see. I don't think anybody else is close because I just did it recently for another event. All right, there is one more thing I could do with the heroes though, and that is that I can max out their skills from the skill books, I believe. So let's take a look at that. Here we got our Season 4 heroes.
Those who
So
defile ancient ground shall face divine
we'll be able to
punishment
do these
profound.
upgrades. We can't do widgets yet, but these you don't get SvS points for anyway, so. But I can't do the widgets yet, so we don't know the full power. We don't have the full power of them anyways. And then we'll
Here without a trace.
get these skills up.
Gone without a face.
All right.
Shots
And then Lynn.
splatter, or tunes that matter.
This is the only part about saving that is satisfying, by the way. When you finally get to unload and max them out. But look, it's like empty. All that stuff I had saved, it's like practically emptied it right out. All right. So they're pretty much maxed. I'm going to have to wait for the widget. So we'll have to wait for that. But this will be nice to start working on as well on widget day. Today is not widget day, so I can't be touching that, or else I'll get myself in trouble. And let's see. You know what? I might have to... Yeah, because I'm going to try to take a look at
Gone without a face.
the... what is it? Land of Heroes? So let's see. Let's get Reyna up. Naturally, I think she deserves to be an expert with her own XP. Not... not in the training camp. I think she's earned that right. I think it takes something like 25, 27 million for each hero, so I don't think I'd be able to do Lynn. I don't want to do it because I just... Where is she? She's farther down in the tree now.
Shots
Yeah,
splatter,
I wouldn't be
or
able to do
tunes
her,
that
so I'm
matter.
gonna actually put her in the camp. So let me call back. These gatherings are almost done. Actually, one of them's returning right now. That might be... There he is. That's Eugene, right? I think. Let me see that face. Where'd he go? That's Eugene. That's who I'm gonna take out. I don't really need him. He's the lowest on the totem pole as far as power goes.
New weapon request.
For yeah.
Any new weapon request?
They're about the same. But as far as the utility hero goes, he's one of the lowest on the totem pole. So I'll take him out of the drill camp. Is he still on his way back? Yeah, let me speed him up. Let me just make sure that was him. Details. Nope. Clicked the wrong one. First one. There we go. This one's Eugene. Come on, man. Speed him up just because I'm recording. Burn some gems. And then take him out of the drill. Oh, I'll put him in the drill camp, basically. Or I'll take him out. No, I'll take him out of the drill camp. And I'll leave him at 1. He doesn't need... He's just there for resource gathering anyways. So we'll go to the drill camp. Take Eugene out of the drill camp. And we'll put Lynn in the drill camp. There we go. And now if I want to, I could just give him the extra... And I can reset it when I need it back. But I'll just... I'll just let him hold it for now. Because you can always reset the levels. But this way, somebody's holding it. There we go. 74. All right. Good enough for now. All right. So what else do we have? I don't think there's any more of the skills to go up. All right. So now let's take a look at... I didn't look at my hero power before. I should have done that. That would have been wise. We could probably look at another video. There's my total power though. It went up to 390 now. And I'm not spamming troops or anything like that. So don't look forward to troops day from me. because I'm not going to be spamming troops. The only thing I'm going to be buying speed ups for is for when I have my T11 push. That's what I'll be doing that for. All right, so let's see. Let's get Eugene working again. Got to make sure he's out to work. Can't have him sitting around doing nothing. Him and Chloris. They're trying to take a break on me. Got to get them back to work. All right, so that's what we have for the heroes. Let's take a look. I don't know what's going on in the state. This is my first time poking my head out and seeing what's going on. The total hero power, all right, 57. Nice. I'll take it. The individual hero power, I think. Yeah, I don't have anything on Amos right now, but if I geared up Amos, let's see what happens. Because I think I need to do this for Hall of Heroes anyways. Or for, what's it called? Not Hall of Heroes. Land of Heroes? Let's take a look at that. I think, yeah, let me just, I think that's all that I have to do on the shards. So let's take a final look. Make sure, I don't think I did anything. Yeah, nothing I did would have affected state of power points because those are things that don't really affect points. So that's going to be where things stand for today. Actually, that's not going to be where things stand for today because I still have a bunch of work to do for research. So before I do the rest of the hero stuff, let's just take a look at that quickly. Here's the research I have going on right now. I'm going to wait till I get my presidential buff to do a little bit more. But what I'm thinking is that these are so cheap to do relative to other things that that I might just finish off the economy tree like people were telling me, because they're saying that by the time you get to T12, like having the constant supply of these resources, even though it's a trickle compared to other forms of resources, it's a constant trickle every single day, every minute of every day. So it does add up over time. And especially when I have T11s, that's going to become important as well. That's one thing to consider. The other thing to consider is in the growth tree here, I have this pretty well maxed out, going pretty well, but I don't really need camp expansion that much. I mean, it's kind of like a quality of life type of thing, increase the number of troops that we can trained at one time. The only time that comes in particularly handy is when you have the troops day thing from the president and you want to get another batch out before the end of the day, helps increase that batch size. But the training tools enhances the speed to training speed of troops. This one will be important because when I go to promote all those troops, that'll be important. And then whenever I go into an SvS, I try to make sure that my battle tree is looking good. And so I do want to continue to do this one. And but look at the cost of that bad boy. So and compare that to what I'm going to need for for the T11 push. This is what I'm debating. So I'm going to go away, do some math. I don't know, figure out. It's going to be a judgment call essentially, but I'm going to do some more research stuff today, despite the fact that it's going to somehow or another affect my plans for T11. I think I have to do it. So and once it's done, it's done. So that's another thing to consider. And not to keep on rambling about it, but the other thing to consider is like once you have T11, some of these stats are silly in comparison. Like, the T11 troop stats are so much higher, but does it help to have this on top of that? Yes. And will it help me in the meantime before we get to T11? Yes. So, and that's where we're living right now, is in the now. So, and I'm, one of the whales in the state. It's my responsibility to try to help the state. So I feel like it's important for me to make the right moves that puts my account in the right place for the state from now until then. So that's all the things going through my mind and what I'm thinking of. And then if we come into here, we do have Land of Heroes. So what I'm going to try to do, let me take a look. I don't know if this got pushed any further, but what I'm going to do here in Land of Heroes now is I'm going to go and switch up my. Now I don't know if we're in the zone yet where we can do these fancier tricks that I've been talking about. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take all the gear off the older heroes.
Let me reveal.
Law is
And-
the shield of justice.
Oh, not this guy.
The hunt only ends.
And put them on the newer heroes. So all the Season 4 heroes get the best gear. Because the theory is that I've been testing with other people is that the
shall face divine punishment.
since it says that it's based on the stats of the hero gear, then giving the best gear to your Season 4 heroes gives them the best stats. And then giving your next,
Fists of
You know,
steel are unstoppable.
your next highest to your next tier is
Law
basically
is the shield of justice.
Yeah, and then let's make sure that... No, somebody who's got the other... Thought I had a second. Is it this one? Yeah, okay. So give that to this Lancer now. Because it kind of multiplies, has like the theory is it has like a multiplication effect. So I'll just put some stuff on these guys for now. Oh, I don't have anything for, all right, well.
I'm back.
So where are we?
Nothing.
I'm back. The hunt only ends.
We're ready.
All right.
In the blink of
That's going to have to be good enough. And I'm going to try to roll with the standard thing I've been doing. So now we're going to change this formation up. I'm going to come in here, change this all up with the Season 4 heroes. And basically my primary squad is Season 4. And I know, like I said, we'll see how things change over time, but like, and I'm going to go with just a slightly modified thing here like this. Just because my infantry stats are really good. And then this gets all Season 3. And I'm sticking with that ratio there. And then this gets whatever's next. Whoever's next strongest. And they'll get a more standard configuration there. All right. Let's see what happens. Well, this isn't looking good. Yeah, I didn't think so. All right. Let's try it again. All right, let's see. Let's try some of the other configurations that people have told me about. So if I take first, let's see. Well, this is now gets subjective about who's first best and who's not. But if I take out the let's see, that's the second best Lancer. So if I put in the next best, all right, let's see. Let's try this a different way based on some other suggestions people give me. But I probably will mess this up, so have some patience with me because it's my only like third time trying this. So if I try best infantry, second best Lancer, so, and Greg basically. And then here would be, oh, well, this is, I guess you can't have Mia there. Second best Lancer. I guess this is probably subjective for the game. Probably the suggestion for Mia was because she was the best Lancer at the time. So now I think Mia is the second best. So let's remove her and put Mia there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I can't do any worse than I'm already doing. So, and now we're gonna have to put the second best infantry and best Lancer and oh, I don't know. This is gonna get weird. The best marksman now. So that should actually be. It's not really Greg. It depends. I mean, he's season 3, so we'll switch it up like this. If it's by season, he'd be the next best. So I'll do it like that, and I'll put this down to like 10:45, 10. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll see. We'll see what happens. See if this matters at all. And we'll bring this back down to something more reasonable. Wow. That did not work at all. That was a fantastic failure. Let's try again. Let's see if it was just luck. No. Yeah, I think so. Basically, I've heard all these different formation advice, but every time I run this, what looks to me is the best strategy is actually the default one that I've been using, which is what I started out with. I mean, it didn't, you know, it didn't. The widgets aren't there yet, so there's only so much I can do. But just go with season 4, and I'll just go with the standard lineup 50, 20, 30, and then season 3 and 50, 20, 30, and then whatever's next best. $50, $20, $30. That's it. I think that's my best. I've gotten the best results from that. Oh man. Well, can only do so much. The widgets aren't pushed yet, and I did make some good progress earlier, so we'll leave that where it is. That's Land of Heroes. All right. Let's see. There's only one other thing to do, I believe. Let's check the backpack. Oh, I should have probably checked the backpack first, right? Yeah, all right. I didn't have that much. I was going to say I could have maybe got a little tiny bit more out of the hero gear. Get all that in the tank. No, nothing to look at here. Although, this is what the speed ups are looking like, and I need more. I need more. Can't get enough speed ups. So we'll clear this out. Can I get lucky on this one? Nope. Never seem to get lucky on that one. All right. Yeah, and I could have. Well, it wouldn't have mattered much, but because
enough sitting around.
You get one more level out of Eugene. All right, that's 3 heroes pretty much maxed. I just got to wait for widget day to finish that work. And then we've got, we stayed out of the standard chop as much as possible. By the way, see a little 5% bouncing above my head? That means that the Top Off store is doing a 5% bonus right now, the official store. If you check the video description, you'll see a link that is an affiliate link for me. If you use that link instead, it'll bring you to the official store like regular. It doesn't cost you anything, but it gives me credit for the sale, and I'll get some Frost Stars as well. That's an easy way for you to support the channel if you want to continue to see how this journey is going. But before we're done, there is one last thing I want to show, and that is the VIP. Now, somebody said recently, like, hey, why are you sitting on all those VIP points? Do something with them. I will. Be patient. They do have, by the way, and the people who said it's not worth VIP, like, I don't know, that looks worth it to me. I mean, is it worth the price tag? That's subjective. That's up to you. But if I can get it for cheaper than buying all the max packs all the time, that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, I'll get to this on a slow day. We've got a lot going on this week with SvS, so I don't need to push this right now. But there is something I do need you to push, and that is the like button, because in the subscribe button, because if you don't do that, it doesn't send the right signals to YouTube. And if you want to help me out and continue to see how this journey goes, then that's all I need you to do. Just hit that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. That way, whenever I post anything, you'll be the first to know about it. Thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, I'll see you later.